Oh, whoops. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dave. Actually, everybody, you, me, and Claude. Good morning, Dave. How are you doing? This is just an impromptu Trackside Beans. Claude had a great idea of doing a beans this morning. So I'm just going to be messing around with fine-tuning cars and whatever else I can do. And I'm puppy sitting, too. I got Gus is over there, sound asleep. So I'm sure he'll be around. I'm going to have to take him out potty. And so that's my morning. Good morning, Lee. Welcome to another, as Allie would say, welcome to another exciting episode of Trackside Beans, where you get to watch us do what we do best. BS.
Hey, can people? I'm not seeing it on my iPad. Are you seeing it, Steve?
Oh yeah. We got Lee and Dave from Dave's BNSF in scale and Anfield Road layout in the loft.
Oh yeah, Dave.
You and me. So right
Dave,
now
we owe you a prize. From a couple 3 weeks back, I sent you an email, but it may not have been the right email. I tried to find your email on your site. Send me an email to my email. It's Claude Christ, all one word, .tgd at Gmail. Send me an email and I'll get the information from you. You can have a t-shirt or a coffee cup, something like that.
Whatever, hey, Claude, you want. Can you change how it's displaying on there? Because I see half your head.
Well, that's because my phone's.
Why don't you? Can you elongate them like you did? Because these are kind of just boxy.
Like that? Oh, I guess I have to do it downstairs. Hang on.
Oh, well, don't worry about it then. No big deal.
This may be the last time I do it like this because I can't. I got to go downstairs to make any changes on StreamYard.
Well, then
don't. On the computer.
Then don't. No, then don't worry about it, Claude.
I'm already halfway down there, man.
Oh, well, then get her done. Then get her.
I think I typed in the description more insanity, and it seems to be that way.
I didn't see that, but yeah, I'll bet you're right.
Okay, Dave, I'll send you an email, and you can just return. You can look on my site. I don't know if that was my show or was that a Beans we were doing. Anyway, it was
I think it was a Beans.
It was the movie trivia thing, and Dave. I went back and looked on the chat, and he was the first one to actually answer it correctly. So, but I couldn't get a hold of him. I thought that's the email I sent to, but I may not have, Dave. Okay, let's see here. What did you want? This is elongated.
Oh, can you? There you go, like that. Yeah, there you go.
You want it like that? Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks better. You get.
I could do you like that.
See, now I can move now. Yeah, well, now don't do me, but that way I can go like this and. You don't do me.
You can see more that way. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Because you don't want to see me. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we're off and we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, something. Okay. Oh, Lordy.
Has anybody ever tried to fine tune their rolling stock and you end up making it worse?
Not going there.
It's like, should have left it alone. It ran bad, but then then you fix it, it runs really bad.
Okay, there's that. Now, why is This is weird.
Okay. Well, then it's in the right place.
Okay, now it's working. I was talking about my iPad. This is an old iPad. Half the stuff I can't even use anymore, apps, because the updates won't go back that far. Okay.
Ooh, I can't
Cancel. Here we go. Okay.
Cancel.
Now, where is the chat?
Okay. Yeah, everything's getting canceled. Yep. I think Winnie the Pooh better put some pants on. They're going to cancel him too.
No, don't do that. I'm still not in the right spot. Why do we not have a chat? Do you see a chat on the YouTube?
You have a chat? Yeah, we got Dave. Yeah, your email. Dave says your email one more time, Claude, and a couple of times. I'm better at it now.
Huh. I'm not getting any chat on I'm getting thumbnails on the thumbnails over to the side.
Hey, good morning, Bernard. You got snow, Bernard. That's cool. I like snow.
Strange. Well, the whole reason I had this up here was so I could see the chat, and now I can't see the chat. I don't know why it's not working.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's Heath's fault.
It's Heath's fault.
Heath's fault, yeah. Why is that not? That is just really strange. And I don't know how to change it on here. Well, this is why you get an IT person to do this stuff for you instead of trying to do it yourself.
IT.
Okay. Feedback. Desktop. No. Help settings. Let's see what we got here. No, that wouldn't be right.
That wouldn't work. Okay. For you, I'm doing these one car at a time. And
Yeah, I don't know why mine won't do chat.
Well, try what I did. Try turning it off and turn it back on. Hey, good morning, Ray. Ray Bobel. Is it Bobel or Bobel? I'm lousy with pronunciation. Okay, next one. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It's just weird.
It's one of those things.
So I don't get to do
Bobel.
chat.
Okay, cool. Well, I can cover chat.
You're going to have to, because I can't. I didn't want to drag her laptop up here and all the paraphernalia with it, so. Okay,
yeah, don't worry about it.
So much for that. I was telling Steve something I found out really interesting on these Athearn passenger cars, these arch roof passenger cars, and all the passenger cars may do that, new ones, I guess, but the roof's held on with a magnet. I didn't know that, so that was kind of a nice surprise. Of course, now it'll force me to have to do interiors on my passenger cars. Let me go calm the dogs. I know what to do. I'll just shut the door. That won't be quite so loud. Okay, now where was I?
So okay, Bernard, so the snow is holding you back from mucking out the building into semi-trailers so you can start your layout. That sounds like fun. I love mucky jobs. They're mucked up. Okay, where's my clippers? There's my clippers. Uh-oh. Almost put myself in a timeout.
Timeout?
Yeah, I looked at my laptop or my thing, and it says, "What do you want to do? Do you want to block timeout or what?"
Okay, Steve, you got to carry the show a little longer. I've got somebody here I've got to go down and talk to. You're out back.
Oh, carry the show.
That's who the dogs are barking at.
I can't carry the show. I can't carry the show. Oh, I'll carry the show. I'll carry on, carry over, carry Grant. How did he put that? Cash and carry. Harry carry, if you show me how. Oh, I love MASH. That was a great show. Anybody else a MASH fan? Let's see. There we go. Who's your favorite character on MASH? Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. What the heck?
Well, it is insanity this morning.
What the heck?
Wife's got guys here cleaning out the flower beds. That's what the dogs were all riled up about. Okay, now what I'm doing. I tell you what, it's always something, man.
I was just talking about MASH. We were talking. You said carry on, and I was going to a Hawkeye thing with how we did a montage of carry Grant, carry over, carry on, cash and carry, Harry carry.
Yeah.
But it was like, who's your favorite MASH? Let's see. A piece of fine tuning today. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Dave. You fix stuff, and the more you fix it, the worse it runs. I should have left it alone.
Yeah. That's usually the way it goes, though, isn't it?
Do one car at a time. No, I decided to do a bunch of them, and then started running them, and nothing would go through the turnouts. It's like, wait a minute. It's all your fault, Claude, because they're not liking the hand builds.
Which one's that?
I got to start doing that again.
The turnout?
A handful of cars. Yeah, I got to start making turnouts again. As soon as my house guest leaves.
Oh, guess who's going to start doing some fast track turnouts?
Let's see. That's a good question. Give me a hint.
CDP.
Or not.
CDP.
Who?
CDP.
Oh, Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck is. Wow.
Yeah. He texted me the other day, asked me if I had a little bit of time to talk, and so we got on, and he was telling me he was looking at the fast track stuff and gonna get some. So he pulled the trigger on it after he got permission from his wife. He asked me, he goes, should I try to apologize later or get permission first? I said, well, I've been married for over 40 years. I'd say get permission first.
No, I've always found it's easier to get. No, forgiveness is easier to get than permission.
Well, he asked her first, and she said yes. She gave her blessing, so.
I guess I'm a butthole.
Well, that could be.
I'd rather.
We could take a vote on that.
I'd rather. Yeah. It would be unanimous.
We could take a vote on that. Okay, that's going to work.
It would be unanimous. Okay, go through the turnouts. Don't derail. Maybe you guys don't want to watch me. You want to watch Trent, right? Let me see. Go ahead a little bit more. Oh. Okay, that worked. It went through that time.
Ooh, I'm getting down to the core of the earth here. It's pink.
What do you guys think of this wonderful angle? Yay, it made it. Okay, time to do another car. Okay, do another one. Which one? How about let's do you. What's everybody doing this morning? I know what I'm doing. I think.
That'd be a first.
Yeah. I know where I am. That's a start.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, see,
that's half the battle, I guess.
What the heck? Okay.
I won't ever do this again, Steve.
What's that?
Put the scenery in before I put the bridge. Build the bridge. Well, it all came about because I had that backdrop was a little short, and I should have just raised the whole thing up. But I was trying to leave, some distance there. I actually wanted the trestle a lot higher, but with that standard gauge going underneath, I didn't have the room. So, and the only other way to get it higher was to go way up high, which I couldn't do either. Okay.
Hey, Gary. Good morning. We got Gary from Big Gary. How are you doing?
Okay.
Big G. Actually, that's funny, Gary. I call our new dog Gus. He's Little G. I call him Little G because he's a little butt. His name is Gus. Little G.
Good morning, Gary. I was thinking maybe putting the phone up there.
So we got Big G and Little G.
Let's see, how can I do that? Okay, I don't need this. Charging right at the moment. Probably gonna get this up here and break my phone. That's what I'll do.
Now wait a minute. What are you doing? Oh, you
Me?
fed. No, me. Well, I forgot with these things in my ears, you can hear everything I say.
Yeah. Be careful.
Really good. I'd start humming to myself.
Yeah, be careful. I can hear everything. I'm making everybody sick right now by looping this thing all over the place.
That's not gonna work.
Okay. I don't know how this is gonna look. I can't see what it looks like. How's that look? Can you see right here?
Yeah.
Where my hands are?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Would it be better turned 90 degrees?
No, I don't think so.
Better like that.
I think that's good. From what I can tell. What do you think, guys? Look at it and tell me.
Yeah, get input from the group because they're the ones watching. I just thought it might be easier for them to see what I was trying to do here. Okay.
What are you trying to do?
Keep from going insane. I'm not sure how well it's going to
Gary
work.
says it looks great.
Okay.
Gary says it looks great, so that'll work.
They would like seeing what I'm doing
That'll
instead
work.
of just trying to squint around the screen there. Okay, 4 goes here.
Well, that's it. Nobody wants to look at us.
Well, I gotta hope not.
Bernard says that's a long way down.
Well, someplace I got to put.
Don't fall. Don't drop
so. Don't drop the camera.
Don't drop it.
And I might. I'll probably hit the cord and jerk it off, kind of like you did the other day. A while back.
Oh God, yeah. I'm supposed to be wireless, but that. Okay, where's my drill bit? Gus, where's my drill bit? What did? Oh, he's sound asleep. Fart.
He's no help.
Yeah, he goes back to bed. It's like I'd like to go back to bed. It's nice to be a dog.
Yep. Well, they got it made, man.
Yeah, it's a dog's life. Must be a drag though. Have to wait for somebody to feed you. You're hungry, and it's like, come on, I'm hungry. Feed me.
I probably can't see back here now where I'm working. I'll move it here in just a second.
Hey, Gary, your layout's looking really good. You got a nice layout.
Yeah, I got to get over and see it. I haven't been over there in a while. I've been remiss in my video watching. I've been so busy with other stuff. Can you see that okay? I'm going to block the camera.
He's got an awesome... now you turned it weird. Now you're up and down.
Oh, it's sitting the same way. Oh, it may be because I
think it was better before.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was
getting an echo
down here. Do it.
I keep hearing myself.
Keep hearing yourself.
That's not a good. That's not a good. That's not a good thing.
Well, I don't know. It is if you're worried about being deaf or something.
Well, it's true. Well, that works.
The guys are watching me do this going, boy, he's not real particular about stuff, is he? And no, if you answer that question, I'm not. Of course, I know I can come back in and fix it. So.
That's a low blow, Bernard.
What did he say?
Bernard's. He's wondering if I can teach Gus to fetch my re-railer.
Hey, that'd be a handy thing, man. That would be handy for you.
It would be actually.
Be real handy. Yeah. Since you can't seem to keep track of it.
Isn't that weird? I mean, I lose a lot of stuff, but it seems like I'm always losing that.
Oh, that's why I can't bend that back.
That'll work.
Yeah. There is a piece of wood right there.
I guess I should turn my train on so you got something to watch. You don't want to watch me. That's not gonna work. Okay, what about you? Are you a good one? There you go. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get my finger in there. It's like a Chinese finger puzzle. Okay, that works like that. I think that's 5. 6. That's the 6 one. Oh, that's gonna work good. Okay. Okay.
Turn the train back on. Turn the train back on. There we go.
So I got that. I got one more of these. And it's gonna have to go right there.
So now we put you in here. N scale sucks. Not really. God, this stuff is tiny.
Are you having a little trouble seeing stuff, Steve?
Well, it's just I can see it. I just can't move it around very good.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm glad that house is done, though. That was not fun. We should get rid of Nightbot on the chat. I think only Shannon can do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that gets set up, so I might could do it, but I'd have to go in there and look. I may do that after the show.
Does anybody else? Does anybody else besides me find that creepy?
I don't find it creepy. I find it annoying.
Well,
I mean, I can see where there's, a place for it, but yeah, not all the time. It repeats too often. Especially when you've got, mostly the same people coming back all the time. They've seen it 1,000 times. It's got to be annoying for them.
Yeah. Drop. That the other thing drops stuff.
Maybe I ought to get those garden guys to come up here and fix this terrain for me.
I can't believe you got your pools filled with water already.
Well, it wasn't full. It probably was a foot or two deep in the deep end, which isn't very deep. Our deep end's only going to be 5 foot, 5.5 foot. But of course, the hole's a little bit deeper than that for the shell of the pool. And then it rained last night.
It's even more like poltergeist.
Well, see,
you got a muddy hole.
Well, and our ground here is I call it gumbo clay. It's just real thick, heavy clay soil. The only place that's got decent soil in the city of Tulsa is over near the river, and then it's real sandy. I was telling my wife, I said, I bet they have fun trying to put pools in the sandy area. It's only going to cave in on them. But the clay that we have here, and they dig it out and it stays. It rained on it, nothing fell in. All it did was fill with water. But they couldn't get their pump working, and so he was bailing it out with that little backhoe. And he got it all bailed out, and it started raining again. That's my kind of luck. That's the kind of stuff that happened to me. Okay, that goes there. Righty, and then this one will go right here, like so.
Where did my pin go? Did I drop it? Oh, you stupid.
Put that back here for Phil. Of course, that's the nice thing too. This the stuff I use instead of Sculptamold is that fusion fiber, and you can peel it right out if you need to.
Why were you thinking about me, Bernard? You got that's cool. You got a N-scale flat car from Heath. Why would that make you think of me? That's scary.
Yeah, anything that makes them think of you is scary.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Stop. Put you on. Uh-oh. Let's see. It's not gonna work. Oh, somebody's missing the wheel. Oh, Heath built the flat car. That's cool.
Bernard may be the only one who has really a valid claim to blame Heath. Now, if something goes wrong with that car.
Yeah. My guess is it probably won't.
Nah, he wouldn't. Bernard's a good guy, I think.
It probably won't break.
What do I know?
Okay, Bernard says there's only so many young, I'm assuming he meant guys doing N scale. Was it everybody's old that does N scale?
No, they just feel old because they can't see anything.
Yeah, really. You can see it, but you can't move it around.
That's where that needs to be.
It's the stupid parts that fall out. It's like you have to have multiple parts because you drop them on the floor, you can't find them. Okay, that one works. Okay, round you go again. Go look at chat. Yeah, I've got one off the visor, Dave. At least I can find that. I don't lose that.
Yeah, Steve, that white glue holds those plaster footings in there just fine.
Kind of figured it would. That's pretty
Yeah,
tough.
I kind of figured it would too. It'll hold pretty much anything if it's not too waxy or oily or something. Actually, I think I'm going to like this a lot better. It gives it a lot more character putting these other footings in here instead of all having them exactly the same. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, that one's got to go there. That
Pretty cool.
There. Put some here. Where's number 4 at? Number 4. Uh-oh, I've got to do another small one like that, or whittle that one down. I guess I can put that right there. I need one for there too, so I'm going to have another one. Well, Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss.
Yeah, wasn't that a cartoon character?
Stage right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's from years ago. I hadn't seen that in forever.
Snagglepuss. I hadn't even heard about that one in a long
our,
time.
our pastor at church Sunday, you'd have to know the guy. He loves to tell jokes, during service and stuff. But he actually tied this into the sermon, which I won't go into. But he was talking about. He goes, "How many people watched Roadrunner cartoons?"
I love Roadrunner.
And so the people, that raised their hand said, "Okay, now you have to explain who that is to everybody that didn't raise their hand." Because they're not on anymore. They took them all off.
Yeah, too violent.
Anyway, he was saying that Chuck Jones, the creator of the cartoon, had 2 rules. The first was the Roadrunner never committed any violence. but you go back and think about it, he didn't. All the stuff that happened to Wiley was of his own doing. And
yeah, it's self-destructive.
Yeah. And what was the other one now? See, now I lost my train of thought now. It was pretty good though, but it was something on those lines.
It was
that
funny.
Wiley
It was funny.
All the stuff that happened to Wiley was of his own making. So it was pretty good. He tied it into what he was talking about, but I thought it was pretty funny. And he does that all the time. He'll bring up historical stuff and tie it into the sermon, and it's like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Isn't it funny how they can just hit you? It's like they're talking to you. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
When was he over at my house yesterday?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Well, Darren's very good. He's very gifted as far as a communicator. He does that very, very well. Okay, that's going to go right in there. Like that. Ooh, hey, just push it in. There you go. Press fit. We like press fit.
Okay, I need another truck.
And guys, just so you know, if you think I'm caving this the roof of this tunnel in, I'm not really. There is a piece of 1/2-inch ply that runs the length of this thing underneath this secondary scenery shell. So there's nothing falling on the train underneath on the tracks. Although I will get under there. I do have access to that underneath the layout. I'll get under there and vacuum all that up just in case, but there shouldn't be anything in it. Okay, that goes there. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to go right there, I think.
Should have left well enough alone. Oh, good chap. Yeah, Bernard says he said it was Acme's fault. They should have had a different supplier.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make you want to buy anything Acme, did it?
Was that a real company, or was that fictitious?
Oh, I've seen companies called Acme before. Yeah, I think it was kind of a fairly generic, common name.
What did it stand for?
I don't know.
We should.
But I know in the movie Spies Like Us, the CIA used it as a front. Acme Tomato Company.
Oh, you know what? I just forgot Blue's outside. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you better go get him, man. Sounds like he's chewing potato chips or something.
Hi, Boober.
He forgot we can hear everything he says when he's got his earbuds in. Didn't you, Steve? There'll be some more. We have to really get in there and do some surgery.
little dog never even woke up.
You forgot we could hear everything.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, I didn't forget.
We couldn't hear everything, but we could hear for a while. You're after walking on that gravel, sounded like you were eating potato chips.
It sounds like Allie. I think she likes eating chips. Yeah, it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, I forgot he was outside. It's freezing but cold outside.
Would you all get another cold snap?
Well, it's in the mornings. I mean, it's like, around here, in the kind of spring time, it can be, 25 degrees in the morning and 75 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay, what was I doing? I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
You're going after the dog.
I gotta go. I gotta go to the post office today, Claude. So I'll get that stuff out for you.
Oh, thank you. No hurry.
Well, it hasn't been any hurry. I've had it for how many months?
Okay, that'll go there.
Yeah, I got it. That's on the must do today is go to the post office. I love going to the post office. It's so much fun.
Number 5. Word number 5. Number 5. Right there.
Okay, let's see. Let's look at chat. Catch up with chat. Good morning, Nancy. That's a long name. Nancy in the Spirit of Colorado Railroad Institute.
Hey, Nancy, long time no see.
That's a long name. Okay. Try you. Are you going to go through there? Let's put a washer in there. How many more trestles do you have to build, Claude? I think I probably asked that already.
This is the last long bridge I have to do. Any others will be just if I do any more, we'll be spanning a creek or something, Because even though, I wanted the bridges for the dramatic effect. And of course, you're in the mountains in Colorado, so it should look like that. But they can also get kind of boring, not boring. They're all tedious to build, so that's part of it. It just kind of wears on you after a while. You want to do something different. That's why it's been a while since I've done one before I started this. But because all of this scene is all one scene all the way to the bottom deck, I had to get it done. Kind of the same reason I had to do the mountain first was because of the way everything tied together. I think we will move this over just
Try you. You did it again. You.
okay. 3 goes here. Go there.
I think I'm going to paint a Caboose, Burlington, Northern Green.
You are, huh?
Well, I've got some BN rolling stock, and I've got a BN Cato. What is it? A C30-7 or something? Give me an excuse to run a BN train with Santa Fe power. Which was actually pretty common. They had a joint line in Colorado. Daniel Banks, good morning. Okay.
Okay, 6 goes here and there.
Well, those are running okay. Well, I can live with that. Okay. So next would be to put you guys go the other way. Actually, you know what? I don't run my jeans. I'll tell you, these Cato 6-axle GEs will pull. Away.
Aren't they supposed to?
Oh, that no, I mean they will pull a lot of cars. I mean, compared with the smaller 4-axles. Let's see. Where am I going? That's why.
I don't think anybody knows the answer to that, Steve.
No. I'll tell you what, I used to love having a bunch of those guys on the head end. We had a curve down in California. It was a really long, sweeping right-hand curve. I don't know how many degrees it was, but it was really fun to stick your head out and listen. If you had like 4 or 5 of those big jacks on the head end like that, they just, if they're in run 8, man, they were cool. They were fun to listen to. Just hang your head out the window and listen to those things chug.
Mm-hmm.
There, let me stay. Better check chat. Let's see. Now, Dave, I think I'm just going to paint it. I don't want it Frisco. See you later, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Well, I've got a couple Atlas wide vision Santa Fe's that I can paint green. Okay, now what are you doing? Okay, but why'd you do that? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, you're gonna do this now. Great.
painted. Get this one cut in.
Oh my God, what are you doing? It's funny, this train was running really good on the outside loop. Running on the inside loop, everything's derailing. How does that work? Oh, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This would be true. And don't over tweak. Oh.
Don't over tweak.
Yep.
Okay, try this.
Oops.
This is weird. This is crazy. What the heck?
Trying to pull the phone off. Okay. Now, where was I?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh my God.
Well, what did I do with it? Yes.
Oh my God.
Are you making yourself crazy?
Yeah, I am actually. I actually am. And that's a short trip.
Easily done, huh?
Yeah. I wish I'd have left these cars alone.
What cars are you messing with? If you say train cars,
All of them.
Yeah.
Swapping trucks out, trying to get things to run better, and nothing's running. Should have left them all alone.
Uh-oh. I pushed that in right there. That will have to be fixed. Okay, where was I? Here we go. Gotta go farther that way. Yeah, guys that know what they're doing would have put this trestle on a board, built the whole thing where they could just set it in here. But I'm not that smart, so you get to watch me do this. However, I think it's going to work okay. That'll go there. That works pretty good. Okay. That one, this one gets a flat one. Number 5, yeah, number 5. It's going to go in right there and go. It's going to have to go that way. Right there. Okay. Straighten that a little bit. There we go. Okay.
I got a question for the N scaler guys. Do you, when you put your trucks on, do you put washers in between the trucks and the body of the car? God, now the engines are derailing. Holy crap, holy. I think.
Did you mess it all up?
I think. No, I think Heath is all over the place. What the heck?
Let me glue that in there yet.
No, nothing's running.
Okay, let's see. That one goes there. I know that. This one goes here. This one goes up here. Okay, so this is number 6. This is number 4.
I wonder if there's some.
2. Okay, time to get out the paint. Finger painting time. Finger painting time.
No, it's finger popping time.
Oh, well, yeah, that every morning. Okay, let's see. Time to bring everybody down from the heights before you get vertigo.
Dave says no washers ever. Okay. Maybe that's my problem. Oop, there's an echo again.
Echo.
No washers ever. Okay. Not now, but I did. Okay, no washers ever. Okay, let's try that.
Okay, let's see here. Put that right there. I think you can see. Yeah, you can see. Okay.
See, I take the washer out and then the coupler pocket. Drags on the body. Very deep. All these trucks and none of these cars run. Normal washers. Goodbye washer. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I did have some in there. Good deal. Okay.
Okay, Dave. Suggestion. What do you do to help your cars roll better? I got metal wheels and some of these roll great, some of them don't.
One thing you can use is graphite powder.
On the wheels?
Yeah, on the axles.
I mean, some of them roll good, some of them don't.
Of course, you got to be careful that they don't, you don't cross over because that graphite can conduct electricity. But
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down the rolling resistance on this stuff, and I'm just making it worse.
well, stop doing that, man.
Too late, I already did it. To about 20 cars, I've already jacked up 20 cars.
And you didn't learn after the first 3 or 4?
No, I didn't. I did them all once.
Might have been prudent to test the
Some
first
N
couple.
scale axles are different lengths. Yeah, that probably would have been a good plan. So the axles are different lengths? Is that the in between the inside of the wheels? Wheel sets?
What truck sets are you using?
Who knows? They're all mix and match that I've gotten for the last 3 years.
Yeah, because it depends on. I know axles fit in the trucks they are intended for. Sorry, I got my paintbrush in my mouth.
Well, then you swap out wheel sets. You take out put metal wheels in take the plastic ones out. And the plastic ones worked great. The metal ones suck. I don't know.
Well, that may be what the problem is. They may be too tight or too sloppy.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So now I have to do one car at a time. Wonderful.
Of course, one thing you could do is put the plastic ones back. Put the plastic ones back in there. That would solve your problem.
But I got so many different wheel sizes too. I should have just left it alone. Everybody says, yeah, metal wheels, they're great. Well, maybe. Son of a...
Okay. Let those dry. Whoop. I got one more I got to do.
Somebody should do a video on N-scale truck wheel sets and what to do and what not to do.
Well, we know what not to do. Don't do what Steve did. Although I couldn't tell you what to do because I have them at foggiest.
Takes two of us. Now, Dave, why would they make different lengths? 0.539, 0.540, 0.563. You'd think it would be standard.
Well, you'd think there'd be a standard on them, but there's really not. Some of them will have, some cars and locals will have pointed end axles, and some will have flat end, flush axles. Depends on the application, but and then you got to kind of watch that when you're going to change wheels.
Wish I'd have known that. And some of them just don't like these handmade turnouts. Oh, it could be that there's a piece of grit right there. That would have something to do with it there.
So they can see who was causing all the commotion down there. See, here's the perpetrator right here.
Is that Lily?
Bow wowing. Not all of it, but she's the one that starts it, and then Amy jumps in with her. Yeah. No, you're not crashing along. You're going back downstairs. Yeah, you're going to go back downstairs.
Okay, let's try you. I should have stuck to something fun like building that house instead of working on cars.
Yeah, they'll teach you.
That's an evil laugh.
That'll teach you to gripe about something.
Yeah.
I won't take paint anymore, does it?
I don't gripe anymore. I just bitch.
Must be the hormones.
I go straight to bitch.
Okay, now they're making noises down there. I got to see what she's doing. Be right back.
I'll be here. Frustrated. Oh my God, are you serious? I think I'm going to start over again. Throw everything away. Why don't you like that turnout? I think I'll just run locomotives around. No, it's funny, Dan. Everything runs fine. The turnouts have been fine. I've been running with the cars the way they were. Had some plastic wheels, metal wheels, some trucks, and I try to standardize them and get everything all good. And swapping out trucks, and now nothing wants to run, and it's Claude's fault.
No, not my fault. His fault.
Yeah, no, I've got.
I got
Yeah,
mail
no,
call.
I've got to get. I've got okay. I've got a gauge too. So yeah, I mean, it's like all of a sudden nothing runs. I think it's just
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder about the gauges. I should know what this
gauge,
is. I should know what this is, but I'm not sure exactly. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's just, it's not real exciting stuff. I believe it's replacement pads for my CMX car. And that is what it is.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So that goes in my CMX car. Put it up there.
So I'm pulling out all these nice metal wheels and putting in crappy plastic ones.
You gotta put them back. I love it.
I give up. I give up. Goodbye, metal wheels. I don't like it.
Oh. Crack me up, man.
Whew, man. Well, why should you have all the fun being crazy?
Well, that's, been debated for a while whether or not it's fun. Oh, there they go again. Now who's after? It must be a dog.
It's a good excuse. Yeah, if you're crazy, people don't question you anymore. It's just like, yeah, he's nuts.
Oh, I should have painted these while I was at it. Dummy. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you tell me to do that, Steve?
I'm sorry.
Well, I had the paint out.
Okay.
Ooh, magic bubbles.
Figure. Okay. The only way today could get better is if I drop all my wheels on the floor.
talking about the ones in your walker, or?
Yeah. No, I use a tennis ball in the walker. No wheels. I don't like using a walker. I did when I had my back surgery, and that sucked.
Yeah. Well, it's easier than crutches, though.
Yeah, it was. Okay, there you go. Hey, Bernard, Dan wants to know what you're using for color.
Say that again. You asked her.
Claude.
Yes. You said
Daniel Banks
Bernard.
wants to know what you're using for color.
Oh,
I did?
yeah, you said
Okay.
Bernard.
I'm sorry. No. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm using just craft paint, acrylic craft paint is all it is, and water. I always put my gray on first, my base color, whatever I want it to be close to. I know it's opposite of what a lot of people do, but I prefer it to go on that way. Then I'll put the on this particular piece is going to match some of these other walls that I've got up here, and they've got some of the red in them from the granite. But yeah, it's just this particular one is folk art acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby, and this is just a gray, medium gray is what it says on it. And I use a lot of the other stuff in the smaller bottles, and it can be any of these. These small bottles are not very expensive. Usually at Hobby Lobby, they're less than $1 a piece. But when I needed a lot of gray, I bought the bigger bottle so that I'd have enough, because I did. That's actually my second bottle of gray. But I colored the whole mountain. All my rocks and stuff start with that. And then I use usually do a black wash over it. And if I want to do
That's weird.
I know. You're not talking about me, but I know.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm sitting here. I'm putting in the crappy wheels and the roll through the turnouts just fine. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's what we heard. We could hear you exasperated, while you're doing that.
That's nuts. I don't get it.
But then Daniel, I keep paper towel pretty handy, and I'll use that to dab it off if I get too much on. But I try to put it on fairly random. You can also add water to it. I hope that's showing up on there. The light right here is not great, but sometimes I'll put the water on ahead of the paint and then put the paint on. And then sometimes I'll add it in after. Sometimes I'll do both. Just trying to keep it as random as possible. And of course, this is going to have other color on it besides the gray. But then the black wash, you have to let it really dry, and then the black wash goes on the last, and it'll kind of fill in the cracks and that sort of thing. It makes the rocks look really good when you do that. But if you don't let it, the underside coat dry good, then the black just makes it darker because it'll bleed in with the paint that's on there that's wet. If you let it dry, then it won't do that. And I also use the acrylic when on this fusion fiber that I use on my ground cover to put my ground cover on. I also will tint it with the acrylic paint. And the nice thing about the fusion fiber is I can come back later if I want to and wet it and scrape it right up. And you saw me scraping some off this morning, just in small patches, dry. But if I'd have wet those spots, it would have come off with a fingernail. So it's really nice. That's some really nice stuff to work with. And you can get that from Scenery Made Easy, I think. You can look that up in there. That'll get to his site. The guy I buy it from. I also buy the Super Leaf and stuff like that that are on the Aspens from him. Stuff like that. Oh, in fact, here's his name right here. Scenery Solutions. And this is some of the Super Leaf in the fall colors, some of the other fall colors, the rust colors. I got a couple of different rust colors here that I'll add to some of these other trees when I get around to putting them in. But the acrylic paint to me is the best way to go. It's all, it's water soluble. Sometimes if I'm building a building or something, I may use some not an acrylic, but a enamel on small parts or something. But for the most part, I stay with the acrylics. I'll wash this out.
Can you hear the little dog snoring?
Is he?
I need to get this little butthole up, or he's going to be up all night if he sleeps all day.
Yeah, take him for a long ass walk.
Yeah, I got a little bit more time, then I'm going to have to probably scoot.
I was just getting ready to ask you how much longer you stay. I'm waiting on paint to dry. Isn't that fun?
Oh, that's always fun.
Anyway, here's I don't know how good that shows up, but that's the first coat on it. And it's kind of like the the rock work and stuff. Here's what it looks like after it's had the black put on it. It's very subtle, but that's kind of what you're after. And you can always add more. When I'm putting the black on in the wash, sometimes I'll put a little bit on there undiluted and then put a little bit of water with it, and it'll be a little darker than the wash is. But the wash really brings out the detail in the stonework or in rock. It works really well, I think. Okay. You know what I could have done, Steve? Would have been the smart thing to do.
What's that?
On top of that plywood, put in various height pieces of like 2x2 where the footings were going to sit, and then do the terrain off of those. Then I'd have a flat spot every place. But there again, you know, live and learn.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah, I mean, I was just sitting there looking at it, going, you know, if I'd have put those under there, that would have, and then brought the terrain off of that. And that's what a lot of guys do. They'll put one before or something like that under all their piers, and then put their piers on that, and then they run their terrain off, of course, off the bottom of the piers. But I did all of them this way. I did this wood trestle that way, and it came out okay. But it, I'll flip this light on. I'll show you guys what I was talking about. I think there's more light over there. There we go. Take this over there, plug in, and I'm going to turn this around, I think. Yep, there we go. Camera. Ooh, ugly face.
Ugly man. You're ugly. You're ugly.
Okay. So anyway, here you can see where I went up the side. I'll take it off the stand even. Get my fingers out of the way of the camera. I've got the footings in here. And then, of course, places like this, you had to kind of make it fit. I know it's still kind of hard to see. If I get out of the light. And then it comes down. They even modified that one for the water to come through out of the culvert pipe. But all these are pretty uniform. And then down here at the end, this was pretty unlevel, so I used individuals underneath each one of them. But I think all that kind of stuff gives it good character. Oops. Front camera. There we go. Okay. So I'm kind of used to doing that because putting the footings in like that, because that's what I've done since that trestle, and that was the first one I did. I had to basically do the same thing on the front over here. You can see I think you can see that. The piling there on the side, built up over here on this one. But it's, for me, that's kind of the fun part. Now up on this trestle, I used pilings driven into the ground, and then just some riprap put around these that are by the creek. But these are all just pile driver type pilings put in, and then the trestle built on that. So I hope I didn't make everybody sick by moving that all over the place. But
Not me. I wasn't looking.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are probably going to be after lunch before I can put the black on those. But that kind of gets me where I need to be for putting that in. The next step is going to be putting all these girders together end to end, get them all glued in nice and straight. And that way, when I can put it up there, I can just basically tape it to that board that I've got up there. And then I can fit my piling or my vents underneath so that they fit like they need to be. And then glue all that together and it'll be good to go. Trying to think of what I'm going to be working on next. I got to get that cold tower done so I know where to put the pit.
Daniel says that's really nice work, Claude.
Oh, did I tell you I bought another cold tipple.
Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment.
Well, I thought, I was wanting to put those lights on it, and trying to do it after I'd put the roof on is just proving to be a real nightmare. In fact, I ended up tearing up a bunch of stuff I already had finished. But I think if I start over and start with the new kit, knowing what I know now, it'll go together much nicer. And I got one for a pretty good price. I found one for $40, and that's it's an over $100 kit if you buy it from Campbell. In fact, most everybody on eBay wants just under $100 for them. So I couldn't believe I found this one supposedly still new in the package, hadn't even been opened, and it should be here this week.
So you get. So what are you going to do with the other one? Just kind of.
I don't know yet. I may kit bash it, for the town on the upper deck, or I may use it as an ore tipple.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't decided yet, but there's all kinds of possibilities since I'm not going to use it on down here on the main yard. It should look pretty good somewhere else if I can find the deal. Oh, did I show you the backdrop, the flat that I got from PGH Trains? I know he's got a YouTube channel. But yeah, look at this thing. It's really nice. Turn this around again. And it's, what's funny is it's real easy to do. You could do one of these yourself, but this one wasn't very expensive, so I did buy one from him already made. Can you see that?
That's nice.
Yeah. And it's a flat, but it even has the smoke coming out of the chimneys. And he's got a couple of LEDs on there for lighting effect. And I needed some flats to go against that backdrop. And he's got some others. But I think that building, Steve, is off that CD I sent you.
Okay, it looks familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is, but I'm not positive. I'd have to go search it down, but so it means I could have printed it off myself and put it on there. He's just got it mounted on a piece of foam. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down for an afternoon and get my laptop working with the printer.
Get this thing where I can get some light on it here. Yeah, this I don't know if you can see the smoke on it or not, but he put that like old cotton deal in there. But it's on like a piece of 3/8 inch thick foam board. Mm-hmm. It's got there it is, PTF Designs. There's his sticker right there. And this was about $30, for this. He even puts the 2-way tape on the back for it, so you don't have to come up with 2-way tape. But I only ordered the one because I needed to see what it was going to look like in my situation here. But it'll give me more room for road and track and all that kind of stuff too. So. Yeah, but that may be the next step I need to do is, Steve, is put all these decks together. Fix me up a jig of the shit down in the shop and where I can get them nice and tight together and straight and all that good stuff.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, because you gotta glue them together upside down because the 30 footers are not as thick as the 50 footers. The decking is not as thick, so you have to do them upside down so the top lines up. but I think that will work well. And then I'm still undecided on whether or not to use the code 55 that came with it and the deck track that came with this, or to put wood ties on it and hand lay it.
Nancy's got a question for you, Claude. She wants to know when you're going to do a layout tour.
I need to do another update. I haven't done one in a long time. Been too busy doing this kind of stuff, and then my work's picking back up with the warmer weather. So, yeah, I need to get down and do some of that stuff. But on this, I was going to show you on this trestle, those tracks are actually flex track. I had a piece of flex track in here already soldered in and curved in, and I came back and put the trestle in, and then these are bridge ties from Fast Tracks, I believe is where I got them. So they're the proper size and length, and I glued all those in individually underneath the track, and then spiked the track down to it once it dried. It came out really well. This one on the standard gauge is actually a flex track from Micro Mark, who makes the steel trestles. And so I've got the 55 code 55 for the HON3 on the other one. That's the one I'm debating on whether or not to use it, because it's in short piece, like 6-inch pieces. So I don't know if I want to put a whole bunch of little pieces in, or if I want to put wood ties all the way across and then spike it down. But anyway, that's kind of that. Yeah, Nancy, I'm hoping to do one. I might do one later this week or this weekend. I've been trying to get some stuff done before I did that, and then Steve wanted me to get to where I was running trains, could run trains, so I was doing that. And that I ran into some stuff in the mountain with the track, so I had to kind of hold off on doing an update until I had that fixed. I've got that fixed, so now I can do an update, I guess. I'll have to clean up in here again. So there's a good thing come out of it. Oh, man, every time I turn around, there's like 900 things I have to do. Do what?
I heard that. No, I heard that. 900 things to do.
Yeah. Well, yours looks like it's almost finished compared to mine. I mean, I've got parts of the layout.
Well, it's because of all of our BS sections. So.
Yeah. The mountain is probably 90% done. I just need to put more trees and foliage on it. I'd like to find some bighorn sheep in HO scale, but the only one I found one, and it's at Shapeways, but it's only one pose. So I don't want to have all the sheep looking exactly the same. But it's funny because nobody makes bighorn sheep in HO scale that I can find. If anybody knows out there, put it in chat and I'll look it up. But I'd like to find have 5 or 6 different ones, I guess, and put over some of these. Because you go to Colorado, there's some places that you'll actually see the bighorn sheep pretty close to the road. We took the kids to Colorado back in '95, and we were driving up to St. Elmo, which is quite a bit of dirt road, gravel road, as you get up to St. Elmo, which St. Elmo is just below the Alpine Tunnel area. And so we're going up there, and we're most of the way up, almost to St. Elmo, and the kids start screaming from the back seat. They see sheep up on the mountain, and they were right above the road, standing on an incline that was, we couldn't stand on it, but they were standing there like it was nothing, and stood there and just watched us. They knew we couldn't get to them, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how many degree slope that they can walk on, but I know it's pretty
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't think they could maneuver on that or stand on a perch. They'll stand on a point of rock with all 4 feet. That's not big enough for us to get a foot on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's really, I find finding wildlife, especially if you can, find them in their natural habitat, is so much cooler than seeing them in a zoo or at SeaWorld or someplace like that. It's like when we went to Alaska and saw the whales. Had one breached right by our boat. We were in a sightseeing boat, and that was just really cool. But to see them just feeding and stuff in their natural habitat was, to me, was much more impressive than seeing one in a SeaWorld or something like that.
There was I don't know if anybody remembers, but back in the, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No. No, I was at the whales breaching was, it reminded me of something. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the, it was in the early 80s. They had a whale. His name was Humphrey, that got stuck in San Francisco Bay. They called him the Wayward Whale.
Oh,
and
really?
He came in through the Golden Gate. It was a juvenile, and he just it made the news. It was all over the news. They were following this crazy whale all over the Bay Area. But then he ended up going up towards the Delta, towards Sacramento, and they were trying to get him out of the Delta. I'm going to turn this around. That trying to, they had boats and lines and was banging and making noise in the water, trying to scare this whale back into the ocean. But he made it all the way up to Rio Vista, which is almost to Sacramento. And I had a boat at the time. And this was before they were chasing, people were chased away from the whale. And I took my boat to Rio Vista, and we were watching him. And that whale came right up next to the boat. I had my daughter, and she was like, I don't know, like 4, something like that. So this had to be the mid 80s. And yeah, he came right up next to the boat, and he was looking at us, and is like, whoa. But yeah, you look up Humphrey the Wayward Whale in San Francisco, you'll find it. But yeah, was a
humpback. Was it a humpback?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fairly friendly.
Way before Free Will. That's true, Bernard. Yeah. Oh yeah, he came up and checked us out. He was like, wondering what the heck we were doing. I mean, you could have reached down and petted him.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Well, we happened to see, of course, they had a naturalist on the ship with us, or on the sightseeing boat we were in, up in, we were in Juneau area. And she was telling us how they feed and all this stuff. And we saw 2 together. And she said, that's not very common once they get up to Alaska to feed in the summertime. She said, normally when they get up there, they'll feed singly. And, telling us how they dive and all that stuff, and what to look for to see, where they're diving and all that kind of stuff. And
right.
And then we had this one where everybody's waiting for him to come up and clear his spout. So everybody's scanning the water, looking to see where he was going to come up, and all of a sudden he breached, and he couldn't have been 50 feet from the boat. Now, this is a pretty good sized boat we were on. It wasn't there was probably 60, 70 people on the boat. But she said, count yourself lucky. She said those guys that get those for like Pacific Life and all those, or try to get them for National Geographic, pictures of them doing that, breaching. She said they'll sit out there for months trying to get the right picture, at the right time, and find one that does that. And she said they still don't know why they do it.
They're very intelligent.
Oh, no.
You can see, if you get a chance to look in their eyes, and we did with this Humphrey. They're like a dog. They look at you like they know what you're they're looking at you.
Yeah. Well,
There's
that
an
was the only thing.
intelligence in there.
Yeah, that was the only thing we couldn't do. Was get too close to them because they have strict rules up there for the sightseeing guides that they are to stay
Right.
Plenty clear of the whales. So we had that pair that were feeding together started coming right at the boat, broadside on us. And so he had to start the motor up and move away. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see that. And I was going to say the biggest bald eagle I ever saw. And we've got bald eagles live right across the street here from us. But they're nothing compared to the size of the ones that were up there.
We've got them around here, but you don't see them a lot. But they're an incredible creature.
Yeah. Now there's a nesting pair.
A lot of people don't realize how big they're actually really big.
Yeah, they are big.
How big they are.
Of course, you don't usually get too close to them, but we got so close to them there in Juneau going out to look at the whales. He was sitting on a rock. He was sitting on a rock not too far from a bunch of rocks that the sea lions were on. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. Just spilled my water. It's raining.
Well, I'm going to give you a heads up. In about 10 minutes, I'm out of here. I'm going to have to be out of here.
Well, I'm going to have to go too, I think, because
yeah,
I've got some stuff I've got to do. I've got some stuff for sale on eBay. And guys, don't panic. It's not train stuff. But it's all ending here about lunchtime, so I'm going to have to go get that taken care of. After I clean up all my water I missed.
Besides, my frustration level's getting really high.
Well, there's one of them that's just got the got a little bit of the red on it. I still have to put the black on it, but it's going to have to dry a little bit more before I can do that. So.
Yeah, being out here messing with trains when you got nothing to do is fun, but when you got stuff to do, it's like, uh-oh. Got stuff I got to
do. I just thought about it. I hope I didn't say a dirty word when I spilled that water.
That's okay. We're not family anyway.
It would have been one of those
not friends and family.
Unthought of spoken words.
Like Marty Feldman, you said a dirty word. You said a dirty word.
Yeah.
Okay, people, what movie's that from?
I know.
I do too.
One of my favorite movies all time.
Oh, it's got to be. What hump?
Walk this way.
I guess they were wrong then, weren't they?
Abby something, I think. Yeah, I'm almost sure it was Abby.
Abby something.
Abby
There are so many great one-liners in that movie.
Yeah.
Have a rolling see hey. Roll, roll, roll. Don't get me started. Yeah, see, now that I'm changing out the wheel, the wheels are starting to run. As soon as I change out the wheels, they're starting to run.
They're going back?
Yeah. Like, geez. That's crazy. Maybe cheaper's better. All righty. Let's take a look at chat and see. Oh, they're all mix and match. That's yeah, Bernard. It's all mix and match. It's all pins and garbage. So I try to make, mix and match junk and make stuff work. It's called budget model railroading.
See, this is what happens when you're trying to do stuff. I was taking the phone off of the stand and I hung myself up.
I didn't even notice you were gone.
Oh yeah, you didn't even notice I was gone. Oh, that's a good thing.
I'm just sitting here talking away, and I didn't even know you were gone.
I was going to come down here so I could turn things off when we leave. Yeah, and I just hung myself up on the show.
Hey, Lee, I got a question. You said, Steve, have a vid out later on. Does that mean you're going to have one out, or you're asking me to put one out? Dang it. If you're talking about me, I did.
Yeah, I need to go look at that. I saw you put it out. I haven't even seen yours.
I don't edit it.
Oh, here's something else I got. I got this yesterday in the mail. This is pretty cool. It's got, put this here. Guy had these for sale. They're mine tracks.
Oh, nice.
It's got a couple of kick switches. And these will all go good in the mining district. There's some turns. Some more turns, another package of turn, curb track. And then a little miner pushing, looks like he's pushing the ore cart. And then there's a little ore cart, timber car.
So Lee's got one coming out. Okay. Check out.
Yeah, Lee's got one coming out.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying I need to get one out. I know it's been a while since I've done mine.
I love going back and watching your old ones.
I like going back and watching them just to see how, just how far we've come with them. And of course, you get a little bit better at doing them.
If you want a good laugh, go back and look at mine. God.
Well, I watched a bunch of yours. I saw a bunch of yours from Train Mountain before we ever met. But in fact, I think I saw some of yours from Train Mountain before you were on Steve's show.
Okay. Well, see, I had a lot of videos out way before I did this stuff.
Yeah, I know, especially at Train Mountain.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of those.
Yeah,
and that's just a cool place. I'd love to go up there.
Oh God! Well, you come out here, man. You're gonna get a tour. I got to get up there, man. I'm needing a Train Mountain fix, big time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'd like to get out there. I may have to do that next year. I know Brenda's up for it. She's up for driving trips now too. So
that's a long trip.
She still would rather do the cruises. But they had to postpone. They were supposed to go in January. Her and my daughter were supposed to take theirs in January, and of course they canceled it. And then they just had theirs pushed to next year at the same time. So sometime January, February, they're going next. So next summer I might be able to talk her into going out there.
God. Well, one of these winters, I want to go up to Train Mountain and plow snow. But this year there wasn't anything. I couldn't get away. But that there's guys that go up there and hook a snowplow to the front of their engine and just run and plow snow. That looks like fun. Cold, but fun.
Yeah, it would be cold for sure. Yeah, because it's a lot higher elevation than where you're at now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm right at 1,000, and Train Mountain. Well, at the down at the building, the main center is about 4,300, and then the top of the mountain is almost 5. So there's quite a bit
There's
of
a lot of
elevation
climb there then.
Quite a bit of but you can't. The train doesn't go that far, but the actual mountain that's got all the cell towers on is probably another.
Okay.
Probably 500 or 600 feet higher than the top of the highest track, which you can't go up there now because of the fire. A lot of that's burned, but
yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back. I think we need to tie this one up because I'm gonna have to get going. Unfortunately,
Bernard, have you been there, Bernard? He said it's way cool. I don't know. He may have been talking about seeing your videos.
I think it's from the videos. Yeah.
Oh,
Dan.
Thanks, Daniel, for coming. Nancy.
Yeah.
Lee,
here,
Bernard, Ray. Who else was here? It looks like that's all that's here right now.
Lee, what you said, you want a channel link? Is that what you're asking? Steve W. want channel link. Just look up Steve Arnold on YouTube, and you'll see a Santa Fe, a circular Santa Fe emblem, and that's me.
Yeah, I think I found you looking up Train Mountain, but and of course you're not the only one that's put videos out from there, but
no.
But that's where I saw yours.
Yeah, and anybody wants to check out Train Mountain, all you got to Google trainmtn.org, and it'll take you right to the website. They've got live camera feeds up there, and you can join. Anybody can join. It's it's a club. You don't have to have equipment either, but trainmtn.org. Let's see, Nancy. There is his link. I wish I could put a link in here. I can't.
Okay. Let me find it. I can put it on there. I'm at the computer now. I say I can.
I could do it on my phone. I can't do it on this thing.
I will. I can find him on my subscriptions list here. There he is. Okay, link coming up. Now, what happened to my? Oh, here we go. Paste. Okay, that's to Steve's channel.
I don't see it.
What happened? Oh,
there it is. Yeah.
There we go. There it is, right there.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
That will get you. That will get you to Steve's channel, not Back on Track.
There's a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, mine had a few RC flying airplane videos, but I took all those off because years ago that's all I had when I did the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
that's what I made the channel for, was put a couple of those videos on, and only had about 3 or 4 of them on there, and I've taken those off I think since.
Yeah, and I was putting stuff on YouTube long before I started doing this.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was looking at stuff on YouTube, but I wasn't putting stuff up. And the only reason I started the train channel was because a couple of people asked me to do it so they could see my layout. I thought, well, that's the best way to show everybody that wants to see it. That's why, it's not that big a deal if I get subscribers or any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, somebody's waking up. I gotta take Puppy out.
Yeah, well, we've been on just over 2 hours now, so be a good time to wrap it up, I guess.
He's woofing at me. So, well, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for dropping by, and Dave, if you're still here, I will send you an email. I'm going to look up your your email that you posted. Hopefully it's still on here.
Come here, little puppy. Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. Come here. Somebody wants to. Oh, come here. Oh, yeah, he's probably got to pee. This is Gus. You ready to go outside and go pee? He's like, yeah. Got to go to the bathroom, Dad.
Hey, Gus Rooney.
Hey, Gus.
And boy, if he grows into his ears, you're going to be in trouble.
Oh, God. Or his feet. His feet. You ready to go outside? Okay. All righty, guys. Take care.
See you later, Steve.
Later. Oh, I'm going to shut this thing off.
All righty, guys. I'm going to head out too. I got some stuff I got to get done, especially before the wife gets home. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, and hope you had a good time. And if not, that's your own fault for staying. So, Dave, I'll look that email up and send it over to you here pretty quick. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye.